Hey guys, so I have two arcs that I really want to talk about. These are two arcs that I read in December and early January, and I just never got around to doing dedicated reviews, but I do want to go ahead and do them now. So Hell to Pay is an alpha male shifter romance. This is by Emily Schwartzman, or I'm sorry, Storm Brook. I don't know where I got that other name from. And it was released November 18th, 2020. I did read this in time for that review, and I ended up giving this a 4 out of 5 stars. Now, I believe this is one of my first real male shifter romances, so it definitely had me clutching pearls, okay? Had me clutching pearls. I did do a review, and I am very excited for more to come in this series. But basically, let me kind of set the scene. So this is in a world where everybody kind of has their own what is it called, wolves have their own pack, right? And the lead of this pack, he basically decides what everybody does. And once a female gets to a certain age, he basically takes them and sells them into slavery, sexual slavery. The males who predominate, or the males who exhibit alpha traits, he forces them to become his property, and he uses them as his bodyguards. So this man has really created a system where he controls a lot in people's lives. And in this story, we have our couple, and the male in the couple has become the alpha because he wanted to protect his sister. It was the only way that he could make sure that his sister got out of that world, or out of that pack, and was brought somewhere safely. Whereas the female in this world, she doesn't have anybody to help protect her. So she is basically sold into slavery because she is helping to try and pay off her debts for her parents, because her parents are notorious gamblers and just don't even care. They don't care that they're taking away their daughter's life. They don't care about anything at all. So they both wind up connecting because he is sent to basically bring her in to start doing the sexual favors that she is forced to do and has to do for their pack leader, and a bond emerges. Very similar to, I guess, a lot of kind of instant love books. They find a bond as soon as they see each other and they start touching, and our alpha becomes very protective of her, and the supreme alpha in this pack realizes it, and he uses that to his advantage. But little does that man know that not everybody is on his side. Even though they appear to be, there are things at work to break down his pack and to make everybody have their own lives. And this was just, I really enjoyed this book. I don't know if I can get it on Barnes and Nobles. If I could have, I feel like I would have already bought it, but I really cannot wait personally until the sequel comes out and I get to read more in this world, because I really liked the kind of over alpha male dynamic with this ginger girl who is broken because of so many unfortunate situations in her life. And I loved the kind of bond that emerged, not only because of those attributes, but also just like the wolf aspects as well, because they're both wolves, in case I did not mention that. But I really enjoyed this book. I may not have described it and you know, talked about it in the best possible way, but it's honestly, to me, although I have not read Twilight, I would say this is like an adult version of like if Jacob and Edward and what is her name, Bella's daughter, like if we had a book about their romance, I feel like this would be an adult version of that. So do keep that in mind, because the sex scenes, they're steamy. They are steamy. And then the other arc that I wanted to talk about was called, or is called, The Virgin Hunt Games, and this is by Mel Tesco. And this came out very recently. It came out January 18th, 2021. I love this. I ended up giving this book a 5 out of 5 stars. And kind of to set the scene, think of the Hunger Games meets reality TV more so, but like sexual the Hunger Games meets like The Bachelor. Think about that, okay? So in this world, or in this book, it is a world where you have aliens or individuals from multiple different galaxies, planets, all that coming together. The females are coming together because they are virgins, and they're basically offering up their virginity for like this huge amount of money. And the males are coming up because they are some of the best warriors in the galaxy. And the males are fighting to win their assigned female's virginity before any other male. And the women are fighting to get their virginity taken by any other male other than their assigned one. And our couple that we follow in this book, it's another instant romance, instant love, and the protectiveness, the bond that they grow, it is just, it's great. It's so great. And I love it. I love it so much. I love how this book, not only the adventure in the world where they grow to, you know, come together, but also the end was just so good. So good. I mean, you have deception, you have deceit, you have like teams aligning because you need to get allies, and the kinkier the sex, the dirtier the sex, the more sex partners, the more the female gets money. And the alpha, or the man, he decides, you know what, as long as I'm the only person in your heart, I'll do it for you. I'll do anything for you. And that's just like, you know, it was just so great. Once again, this is kind of another like real big alpha male coming against like a gingerly-ish girl. I will say this girl, she definitely had her wits about her. She definitely was smart. She definitely had some tricks up her sleeve. She definitely could fight for herself. But at the same time, all of the men were super alpha male, super big, rah. So it was kind of hard for her to fight them off. But I really enjoyed this book again. Like I said in my video kind of wrapping up all the books that I read last year, I have already purchased my own physical copy, or my own digital copy, because I wanted my own copy. And then I also have already pre-ordered the next 2 books in the series. I just instantly fell in love with this world and just this concept, because like the concept of bringing sex and survival and money and greed and all of that into like a reality TV show very similar to the Hunger Games, it makes sense. So I cannot wait to read more from the series. I can't wait to read more from both authors, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know if there's anything else that you guys would like me to say. I tried to give you guys kind of a synopsis without giving you guys the full ends and bits, because I didn't want to completely spoil it for you. Hopefully I didn't spoil anything for you, but these 2 were nice and dirty and nice and good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.